Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to episode 11 of QTech. And it is time to digitally mine. So I already gave this guy a once through run just to figure it out practically for myself, and B, collect up some of the resources so that I could do it as efficiently as possible for the next runs. So when you get this guy and you set him down, and then you'll right click on him, we've got a whole bunch of options available here in the UI. So the status screen here tells us it's idle, not ready, eject is on, pull is off, silk is on, and to mine is 0. So once we get it all set up, then that to mine will show us a number and then decrease down as it does its job. The green bar here is the energy that's in it. This will let you know if there are any issues with the miner. This is a spot where we can put power, so the basic energy cube will actually go in there and give it a little bit of power. It's not going to sustain it for very long because that'll burn through that 800,000 RF in, yeah, not no time, but it won't get very far at all with only 800,000 in there, so we'll need a little bit more power to get through there. If we wanted to start mining, then we would click start, and then the config options we will go through in a little bit more detail here in a minute or two. This button up here shows us the visuals. So I had it set up here so I could map out exactly what's going on with it. So as you can see, it makes this really ugly white square if you've got your Y levels set up properly, and we'll see that when we get to the config, but goes out to about there, out that way. And then this other one here is just the energy capacity. So this will need 240 energy per tick, forge energy per tick. And this is huge because I do have the silk touch turned on. Now I got the silk touch turned on, so as I mentioned before, so I can kind of min-max on how I do the mining. And yeah, the 4 buttons here, the S is for the silk touch, R is for reset, so if you start this and then hit stop, you won't be able to reconfigure it until you hit the reset again. A is for auto eject. There's a port on the back of the machine where things will spit out. And P is auto pull, and there's an input on the top here. So this is the input there, and I've got the chest hooked up to the output there. Otherwise, you're limited to just this one chest storage, which definitely isn't enough if you're doing any serious amount of mining. So we'll just check out the config page here. So I've got one filter based on, and the T stands for tag. And you can see my tag filter is here, and it's cycling through the things that are in the filter. And then radii is 10, minimum 77, max 78. And if we look at Zero's minimap in the top right there, we can see I'm at Y77. So I just did that. It's usually starts at 0 to 60, and those are pretty good. That was a pretty good base level to start mining at anyways for my purposes. And a radii of 10 means it went out this far, and that was 10 blocks until we got to here. And then in this, coming from this direction this way, this was the 10th block here. So it's really a 21 diameter circle that will circle 21 across cube that it will mine in if you have that set for 10. You can of course increase that radii. So if I increase this to say 25 and we hit the check mark there to lock it in, and we go back to here, we can see our energy per tick just not doubled, but almost doubled. So that's one of the things that the other thing that affects the energy quite a bit. And on top of the Silk Touch being the biggest one, the radius is the other one that really affects it. So I'm just going to set that back to 0 and 60 for now, but I'm not going to keep it there when I do the new settings that I'm going to set up there. So the tag filter, the one I needed to do first to get everything rocking, or to get my process rocking, and I only know this from watching somebody else's, a couple of different YouTube channels teach me how to use the digital miner. So if you do tag, and in modded, you want to use forge : ores. And that will collect up all the different kinds of ores that are ore dictionaried in forge. And we'll just see here from this one run that I did, it was from 0 to 60 with a radius of 10. So we know that that's going to be a 11 by 11, so that's 121 blocks per level, and 60 high. So 121 times 60 is the number of blocks that it searched in and scanned for, and it was only pulling out the ores. So I didn't grab any of the stone or lava or you know, the other kinds of modded stones that are down there. If there was a mine shaft down there, it wouldn't grab the wood or the chests or anything like that. And bang, this is what we ended up with from all of that. So bauxite, bismuth, lots of coal, copper, 6 blocks of diamond, 8 blocks of emeralds, gold, good amount of iron, some lapis, nickel, lead, some uranite, tin, like all the stuff basically. So my thinking from here, and I was really playing around with these in between episodes, was really playing around with these tags to see if I could set it up to just pull out, because I don't want the miner breaking the iron or the emerald blocks and the diamond blocks, tessellite blocks, because you know I want to use my fortune pick on those, or at least, or maybe use a machine if there's a machine that will give me a better yield on breaking the ores to get the thing back. Coal I'm not too worried about after the first run, just looking at how much we got there. We can just let it run coal all the time. We might need more redstone, so I'm probably going to keep redstone for now. And then the other one would be lapis, which would be affected by fortune, and then the uranite. But judging by the amount here we got here, I don't think I need to do that, especially if we just keep this bad boy running quite a bit. So yeah, so my thinking is I want to silk touch only these 4 different types, and the rest I can pull out normally. You know, don't care if I get the coal pieces or the uranite pieces, etc., lapis. So what I will do in the future is, in the config, what I will do is I will just delete this one for now because I'm not going to be using it, and we'll set up a new filter with a material, emerald ore. New filter, material, diamond ore. New filter, material, tessellite. New filter, material, redstone. So now I can do a run just looking for these ones, and obviously I'm not going to leave it in place. We'll move it. I'm just kind of waiting for daytime. Okay, daytime's broken, so we can get going on that. And I will need to leave the silk touch on, but I will only be looking at a certain range as well. So if we hit R for the recipes on these, and we go to the information. So emerald is from 1 to 32 in mountains. So another reason why I like being in mountains for my bases is because I can get emeralds that way. If you're not beside mountains, then you want to be beside a village so that you can get emeralds. Not sure how much we need emeralds for, but yeah, it's a thing. So diamonds up to 16. Tessellite 1 to 20. And 1 to 16 on redstone. So emerald is the only one that goes up higher, up to 32. So I think we can probably just get away with doing 1 to 16 for our search. Actually, we'll go up to 20 and grab as much tessellite as we can to start. But let's get this ship underway. And I'm gonna need that, but I don't want to break it just yet. And in fact, I'm going to put these 4 specific guys in here just to keep them safe for now, so that I can always come back to them if I need to reset those tags. Well, I will definitely need to reset the tags, right? So I'm gonna set my machine up on this side, and I set these pillars where the insides of the radius was, so I know where I'm going. So I had it on the middle was this block here. So if I come up here, oh, I forgot to measure. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so this is the block here that I want to set the machine down on. And obviously it's not going to let me do that because the grass might have been in the way, or it just didn't have the 3x3 footprint that it needs to sit down. Alright, so let's just check this. I'm just going to reset this to 77 to... Make sure you set your max first. Visuals. Well, why don't you come up to 80? Because I'm on 86 here. Oh, it is? Okay, so let's go 80 to 86. There we go. So just double check that I'm not getting, you know, a little bit of overlap might not be too bad, but if I'm pretty anal like this, that I like to get it exactly perfect. So this is exactly perfect. I moved it over exactly the amount that I wanted to do. So go back to the config. 0 to 16 we said, right? So with the silk touch on, and then we'll need to get our... Actually, I don't, because I'm only looking for 4 things, so I'll just take the auto eject off for now. We'll throw in the energy cube up there and click start. Stop. I don't want stone. What did I do? So as far as I'm concerned, it should only be pulling the emerald diamond. And then, yeah, these are purple now, so I'm not quite sure what that means. Let's let it run a touch anyways. See, I'm getting all that stuff. I don't want any of that stuff. All right, I'm just going to throw this on a quick pause and we'll be back in a minute or two when I play around with a couple of things. All right, well, I'm back. I'm not, I didn't go anywhere to look up information. I just messed with settings and stuff. But what I did is I just deleted all of the tags for the redstone and the tessellite, the emerald and the diamond. And then it's turned it back on again, and it came up with like a nice low number there, 250-ish type number. Hey, I found tungsten. That's a first. That's super rare. But yeah, this is sucking the juice out of that real quick, so we're going to need to go back and collect my power generation. So without a doubt, these wind generators are the beast. They're cheap, they produce really well, and yeah, just can't get over like how bad that the power ones were. And we'll just go over how I had it set up. So grab that power cube. See, now it's out of juice and it's not going to do anything for a minute or two till we get it hooked back up. But I just put the power cube there. Put those three guys around there. And we get a net little bit of gain. Now that we've moved up a little bit higher, I went from 65 to 72 on this little bit higher piece of ground over here. I kept the min and max at 16 there, so we're only looking down not too far. And then once this run is done, I'll do the like from 17 up to 60 or so there with the normal one, but without the silk touch on, so that the energy usage will go down quite a bit, and then I can move one or two of these guys back to my base because I'm going to be getting more machines to be able to assist with getting the power generation going on. I'll need the power generation down here because I'm going to be adding more machines. I'm definitely going to need at least one more alloy smelter, probably upgrade both of them to the next tier, and then we're going to need to start looking at getting some speed upgrades because processing all of this stuff is, I'm going to be gathering it with the digiminer faster than I can process it here in the enrichment chamber, and the electric furnace is actually pretty fast, not too bad. So we'll see here, I did make this bad boy in between to just kind of get my head wrapped around some more of the power stuff. So the energy cell is pretty neat, pretty much the same as that one over there, but that one, where that one will go into the digital miner, this one, actually I didn't try this one to be honest. Does this guy go up there? Oh yeah, he goes up there. Might as well leave that in there while this can gain a little bit back. Sides. Yeah, all those should be inputs. Okay. Yeah, no diamonds or emeralds on that one there, on that run just yet, but that's not too big of a deal right now. And then the other thing I started messing around with, and we'll just take a quick look in the book, are these ender cells. So ender cells used to store energy in the network. So this is how we get to wireless power, like using RF tools and other older mod packs. You can access the energy stored from anywhere in the world, so that's actually really handy. We'd like to get that. So I selected my active channel, and I have to add capacity by shift-clicking an energy cell or battery to the ender cell GUI. So do I need to, maybe I was been doing it backwards this whole time. Maybe this needs to be on the ground. No. Oh, and then that thing just went inside. Oh, maybe that's what I was... Well, there you go. I wonder if this guy will go here. So the power's going up in that, yeah, because power's going up in that slowly because this thing's generating power here. Yep, still don't get it fully. But yeah, I'll keep messing around with that. When I do get it figured out, I can let you guys know. But anyways, that was all that I really wanted to touch on this episode here, getting through the digital miner. Sorry, I kind of really, I had the idea in my mind on what I wanted to do. It just didn't work the way I wanted it to. So it's a little bit strange, but I guess that is what it is. What are you doing? But it's too bad. I thought it was actually pretty clever little... Pretty clever little setup that I was going to have going on there, but apparently not as clever, nearly as clever as I thought it was. But if you enjoyed the episode, give her a thumbs up, and yeah, if you know what I missed on any of it, I'd definitely appreciate you letting me know in the comments down below. And yeah, this thing is... See, it ran sort of like this a little bit before, and then it ran fine afterwards. So not sure exactly what happened in between, but yeah. Anyways, I appreciate you all. I hope you're having a good one, and we will see you in the next one.